My name is Benjamin, and we're going to be resuming our playthrough of Kaiserreich, and we actually don't have that much left to do, I suppose. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to fully restore the borders of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, but at least the PLC is going to continue to exist long into the future. And on the bright side, we're going to wind up having a lot of, I guess, power post-war, but it all depends on, hey, Gunnar GC. I'm going to say it depends on what happens post, oh, wow, Mr. Chu, you're in chat. Cheers to everybody who actually is in chat. I greatly appreciate that. Today we're enjoying some Four Roses bourbon while we play. Because I like bourbon. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I do have to wait for the game to load, but you know, what am I gonna do about that, right? I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go live now, just because screw waiting around for 9 p.m. because I think that's ridiculous. Plus, I said there was potential I'd start at 8:30, so Pence v. Haley v. Hawley. That would be an interesting primary, I'd say that much. Haley or Hawley would be preferred by most of the GOP. Oh! Which branch? Which branch, Connor? Oh! Peyton's in chat. Oh, God. Oh, be interesting. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Oh. Alrighty, so, yeah. Gotta wait for the game to actually freaking load, and I don't have that much left. Yes, assassinating Kerensky. Yes, I love it. Now that, ew, the Navy, go Army, beat Navy. Whoa, what the, they changed it. Okay, there you go, single player. I want to load a game. Hopefully they haven't removed it, and we're gonna load this. Kurva. Yeah, actually no, the game's gonna load pretty quickly. And I'm gonna hit, come on. Oh wow, I saved it on the 3rd of May 1945, which of course is my well, I guess that's 50 years before I was born. Yeah. Deploying the Kaiserreich Marine. Fighting a land war in Asia. Technically, we are fighting a land war in Asia right now. Oh, wait, what? Something commune down here. What happened to the Ottoman Empire? Ooh. The Ottomans went communist. Okay, that was unexpected. And then I missed this. I don't like it. I really don't like that. What the fuck? Oh. Kurva. They all went freaking communist. What the hell just happened? On the bright side, at least the commies are losing ground in South America. But there's still some border gore because of wars. We're over here. Wait, what the hell just... Wait, what just happened? What? The game just crashed. My game just crashed. What was that about? Oh no. Oh, I know what happened. All right. Let me quickly get this going again. Okay, so I got it. I think I figured out what happened. So they had been basically they had been fudging around. That's accurate. So apparently what happened was the Kaiserreich development team decided to make some changes to the whole thing. And, well, long story short, they removed certain features and certain focus trees and certain developments. So I'm going to have to figure out what the hell is going on, because I think what wound up happening was everything I had got deleted, which is not good because we were playing as a Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and I'm not pleased that this change happened. I think it's a great flavor text, and I mentioned this on a Kaiserreich discussion forum thing where they were basically talking about where some people were talking about why Kaiserreich was going through some changes, why they're removing the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. And they said it was for historical accuracy. And you can watch some of the earlier streams I've done of this series, or in this series of live streams, and why I think it's ridiculous that they're using historical accuracy as an argument to remove the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. And that's not to say I don't like the Kaiserreich mod. I think it's a great mod. I think they put a lot of work into it, and they did a tremendous job balancing it. I just think in a monarchical, in a monarchist Poland, you would think that they would want to bring back, through electing a Lithuanian king, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I think I wound up losing all of my army. So let's try this again. And I gotta wait for it to load. And I want to see what the hell happened here. Yeah, they forced me to go freaking socialist for no damn reason. I'm sorry. This is pissing me off. Like, I don't freaking get it. You know what? No, screw this. You know what? We're gonna play. We're just gonna go back. We're gonna play different. You know what? You know what? We're gonna play this, and we're gonna see what happens. And I just want to see the World's Kaiserreich stream, because the update basically fucked everything. And yeah, I am a little upset about that. I am very upset about that. Because what the fuck? You know what? I don't even think I have any divisions. Wow. Wow, and oh my god, they nuked me back to the Stone Age with everything. No, there is absolutely no... No, there's no reason for me... No, fuck this. No. We're gonna exit to the menu. There's no fucking reason to play it. So, we're going to go a different direction. And I'm just going to play some random nation. And... You know what? No, actually, we're going to go ahead and play the U.S. We're going to play as the U.S. for tonight. Because... And that was just my cat. Because that was freaking bullshit. We're going to play as the United States. And yeah, we're just going to do this. That is some bullshit. There's no point to play at that point. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So, this is literally just to... I'm actually very pleased with this, but we really need to update this. We're actually advancing there. The Sheridan. Well, I'm not going to research that because fuck General Sheridan. He can go straight to hell. Well, the U.S. has always been superior firepower, but we really need to go here, and we really need to work on our industry, because guess what? We need that as well. How many military? Really? Okay, well, may as well just produce as many of those as we can get. And... Wow, they actually split Texas. I like that. And I'm going to just build up as many civs as I can get away with for right now. And then I guess here now I can build up mills after that, because the more civs I build, the better it's going to be in the long run. In the event of a... I'm going to see if I can not have a second American Civil War, because I kind of think that's kind of a dumb decision. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not mine. I do have Alaska. Hawaii is a thing. And then all the inland states, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Vermont. The rest, I'm going to max out the dockyards in. Because guess what? I love how they made Delaware gigantic. Find that absolutely amusing. There we go. That should do that. National focus. Okay, so I have a few focuses. Do reintroduce the Garner-Wagner bill. Or Wagner, sorry, it's Wagner because this is U.S. Okay. Let's look at our focus tree, U.S. Navy. Okay, well, what is this gonna do for us? Okay, I have no earthly idea what that's going to do. No divisions in basic. We do have some manpower to play with. But, wait, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Wow, that is worthless. Oh my god, that is worthless. And then, whatever, we'll trade with the Brazilians. Oh my god, that is worthless. I mean, at this point, I may as well just... Well, we're going to train you in Georgia because... And Benning's around this area. And, yes, we are going to... There we go. Missing equipment production. Oh, that's why we're missing heavy tanks, yeah. Okay. That's why. Yeah, that's good enough. And let's fix our trade before we pause this. Rubber, we need more. Oh, no, actually, never mind. And then of chromium, I guess we can trade with the Ottoman. Sounds good to me. And then we'll just play at full speed because why the hell not? Jeez. United States in 1936 and 1936, the United States of America is gripped by unrelenting crisis. Although able to avoid the horrors of the Weltkrieg, which allowed its prosperity to continue well into the 20s, German victory in the Weltkrieg allowed the French and British revolutions, led to the Wall Street crash in 1925. This sent the U.S. spiraling into Great Depression and allowed Berlin's stock market to take its place in the forefront of the world economy. The election of Herbert Hoover in 1928, while initially promising, failed entirely to reverse the decline of the American economy. And by 1936, the country spent over a decade in the midst of the worst financial crisis it had ever seen. This fueled the rise of radical parties in America, from the far-left Socialist Party of America, the far-right First Party. Hoover's continuous re-election by means of the House of contentious re-election by means of the House of Representatives in 1932 and the ongoing Great Depression means that these problems are unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. Many throughout the country fear the upheaval that would result should one of the more extreme parties come to power. God save America. It depends. I'm not entirely sure what option I'm going to pick will be. We shall see. And yes, I know. Okay, my trade is good. Okay, Russian president got assassinated. That's great. I'm going with this one just because hopefully it will be quick. Voting rights and legation council. Okay, this is... Okay, cool. I'd say getting political power is not a bad thing. Now, here's the thing. Mexico is not guaranteed by us because guess what? End of the day, actually, I should be putting them on the border. And I really should extend that because at the end of the day, yeah. Because Mexico actually has troops, I think. Long and Reed demand changes. Come from Social Security provisions bill provides. They can go fuck themselves. Nice. And of course we have Edward VIII. We are behind on everything. That's fantastic. I'm a little upset with what wound up happening with the update to the mod. No, looks like there's a demilitarized zone. That's interesting. And in a decision, Senator breaks ranks. Okay. We're going to go with them because, yeah, I'd rather work with them. I would rather work with Huey Long's party than any of the various socialists. Oh, that's good to know. And that's over here. And whoop. Who cares about Afghanistan? Yeah, that seems relatively accurate. Alright, so yeah, honestly, India's probably going to. Goodness gracious. I'm okay with coalition ticket. Maybe I should have played the Ottomans. That would be an interesting one. Sultanate of Egypt. Like, we had basically... See, in the other playthrough I was doing, we had basically... Probably not. But yeah, I was so pissed because we had destroyed all of the communists save for stuff in South America and Mexico. God fucking damn it. Okay. What am I gonna do? There we go. And I'm just going to spam as many subs as I can. Yeah, this is reasonable. And I'm just going to be putting as many ships as I can into the water. Because guess what? I don't really care. And there's war in China, but what else is new? What else is new? Well, I guess that means we're going to be moving on to the next game that I'm going to live stream later on. And I am upset because what are their options? Okay, so they can still elect Mendog. Come on. So they can still elect... Wow, it failed to pass. That's disappointing. Okay. Okay, interesting. You know what? We're gonna have to go here. But something tells me they are probably not, and they're gonna go with either a von Habsburg, a Saxon, or they're gonna go with a true Polish king. And honestly, I don't really care which. I mean, God, they freaking nerfed the U.S. Probably in advance of a civil war, but eh. Oh, great. Yeah, welcome to the United States of America in the Kaiserreich universe, which is basically useless. Whoa, no. I'm going to do this because at the end of the day, I hate what he has to say, but freedom of speech is a thing. Interesting. Maybe I should have played as the French Empire, or I guess the French Republic, and tried to reclaim actual France, but, you know, it's not a thing. But yeah, so the next game that I'm going to be playing now that our Kaiserreich series is basically over is I'm going to get back to, or not get back, I'm going to start playing, I guess, Fallout 4. And talking about the history of Massachusetts and New England, as well as colonial history, because that's kind of what this whole live streaming thing was meant to be really about, was talking about history and alternate history, and just really using games as a backdrop of that. Okay, that sounds fun. St. Patrick's Day Flood. Okay, I'm going to do that. Also, it looks like they have actually fixed where Charleston was. And they've also fixed where the mountains were. Oh, good. We actually have some research on it that makes me happy. Okay. Yeah, because Charleston, West Virginia is actually pretty deep in the mountains. And looking at the tiles I'm in, yep, they're in the mountains. I live close to the tri-point of these 3 tiles. It's about as specific as I'm going to get. Richmond's in the correct spot. Norfolk is absolutely in the correct spot. DC is hilariously Maryland, but okay, I'll forgive them that. The Great Plains should still be snowy if Tennessee, if all of these places are still covered in snow. But, you know, it's a game. I can forgive them. Though, like I said, believe it or not, the Great Plains... Good luck, Your Holiness. Maybe I should have played as Papal States. Which alternate history world is the world I'd like to live in the most? That's a tough one. Because most alternate histories, the problem they have is that they're just generally unrealistic, and Yeah, I will say I think the Fallout alternate history and alternate universe would be a fun one to live in, simply because of the 1950s aesthetic of the technology that would exist in our timeline, or in our time in their universe. So I'd be okay with that, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Smoot-Hawley Terrifact was the dumbest shit ever designed, so I'm never going to select that national focus. God, thank you, Detroit, for being completely idiotic. And losing miserably to Toronto. Also, I love how it's April and there's still snow on the ground in even the deep south. Brilliant. Well, Tennessee's not really deep south. Yeah, we're electing a Democrat. You know what? I will elect Lindbergh. I would much rather work with Southern populists and Democrats, as well as a few other groups in that vein, and the Huey Long types than I would with socialists, because, like I said, they can go eat a fat one. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. That was in this area, right? Good, I've got 2 technologies to exploit. That makes me happy. We really need to do this, and we really need to do this. And as you can see, there is chaos in China. There we go. And now we're just reading. What madness is this? Okay. Okay. Quentin Roosevelt, okay. Oh yeah, they were of course at fault. Well, okay, no, that was kind of a dumb idea. Good. Okay, no. You're going back to the border. Please tell me. Okay. At the very least, we've got troops training. We still have a deficit of arms, but that should change, hopefully, well, not soon enough. Not soon enough. I also do like how how they kept they actually got the climate relatively correct. I say relatively because even that, well, Alaska can actually get pretty balmy, if that makes any sense. Alaska can get pretty balmy. I stopped my political process series for reasons. Okay. Okay. Do... Honestly, this looks like a good idea, so I'm gonna... And that is, yeah, Edward the Eighth. Okay. God damn it. Fucking syndicalists. Partially because I don't like it when games bug out on me like that. But also because at the end of the day, I found political process to just be not boring, but not accurate enough to how things work to truly make it worth my time, if that makes any sense. We'll see. I'll make up my mind, and when we get, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. The only side I can guarantee you I won't be taking is that of the communists, because yeah, basically I'm not going to do that. They're still in the great debate. Real question is, who are they going to pick as their king? You know what? Let the Democrats complain. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoa! Okay. A heat wave has struck the continental United States and Canada, the most severe heat wave in modern history of North America. The great heat wave started in June and went over 100 degrees as drought conditions worsened due to a continued lack of rain. Now in July, the heat wave has reached all-time records. In Steele, North Dakota, temperatures have reached 121 degrees. In Ohio, temperatures reached 110, which was close to tying a record set in 1934. This comes in a major time of political unrest, yada, yada, yada. Which, hilariously, guess what? We're experiencing a heat wave in the United States right now. I believe temperature in Death Valley reached 120... I want to say it was 128 degrees in Death Valley. And that is working its way towards me, and I mean, we were already at 93 degrees where I live. The difference is we have a lot of humidity down here in the south, and that makes it absolutely miserable. Okay. Okay, that sounds good. They'll have to suffice. And I can't do any of those. Uh-huh. Are encouraged to be socialist, unorthodox, anti-traditionalist, and anti-religious. Yeah, really free right there. Coup d'etat in Siam. Okay. God, we don't have any. Okay, I mean, I have to. I don't have a choice. I absolutely have to. Like I said, I have no idea. Red Summer. Charleston, South Carolina. Oh, God. God, this is not helping at all. Ugh. Ooh, this is a good one. Margaret Mitchell published her novel Gone with the Wind, which immediately became a bestseller and may have been nominated for the next Pulitzer Prize. Even Hollywood is taking notice and planning a film adaptation to be released next year. Set in the Old South during the American Civil War, many see it as an analogy for strained political situation in the United States. Many America First Southerners claim the novel supports their cause. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But yeah, no, but actually, hilariously, Gone with Wind is set, disunity within the coalition Democratic and Republican. Since they came to national promises, we try to keep our coalition together. A number of Democrats and Republicans are getting into verbal shouting matches in Congress. While they are just minor members, the conflict could destabilize the whole coalition if allowed to spread. We can either come down hard on one side or try and force some kind of compromise by pressuring rebel rousers to keep still until after the election. Either way, it should end public dissent for now. I'm gonna force a compromise because honestly, I don't want extremists winning right now. But yeah, Gone with the Wind is set in about this area of Georgia, in a town called Tyrone, which is next to a place I lived for a good little bit. And then, yeah. Of course, here's the Savannah River. And then, obviously, here's the Mississippi, here's the red, which I think the river needed to be slightly moved to here, but okay, whatever. Here's the Missouri River, and then this is the Platte River with its two forks. Trying to remember which rivers this is. Obviously, this is the Rio Grande, which, along with a few other rivers, form the backbone, or sorry, the extended Texas, which continued on up north into Wyoming. Of course, Yellowstone. This is still the Missouri River, which, as you can see, flows north for a very, very, very long time. Yeah. Ooh, Poland elects a new king. Coronation of Friedrich Christian. Okay. Interesting. So, which option did they go with? Because that's a name I'm not familiar with. Ah, they went with a Saxon king. Said, I am more shocked that they... But here's the good thing, is that they, the Poles are not puppets. And that's kind of important, honestly. Whereas Lithuania, the Baltics are puppets. White. Yeah, we're going to focus there. Do I have any other options? We're going to deploy the National Guard, which is probably the smart thing to do. Oh, Cincinnati probably isn't too thrilled. I mean, it's probably controlled by a bunch of commies because the syndicalists are basically a Midwestern party controlling this general area. For some time, violence has been mostly between supporters of radical parties. However, recently, violence is now reaching candidates and politicians themselves. Failed attempts on the lives of both Huey Long and Jack Reed have occurred in the past few months. Both gunmen shooting from the crowd both failed, and both resulted in higher security. Several more local politicians have been stabbed during a campaign rally. Moreover, voters from both extremes are turning a blind eye to the violence done to their enemies. Yeah, this is mildly infuriating. Oh, okay. That's great. Okay. We're still behind on just about everything, which is bloody fantastic. I'm not happy about this. As you can see, yeah. And this is Ho Chi Minh, correct? Oh, no. Nguyen An Ninh. Okay. But, of course, he's a communist, so I automatically... I'm siding with the Germans on this one. I will side with the Germans. As we can see, more chaos in China. Just trying to read that that one nation's name in China. And what is going on in this game? Well, Huey Long speaks. Basically, election minute. What's going on is my previous playthrough got fucked by the Kaiserreich team deciding to update everything, and yeah. I decided that I'm going to go in and end the series after this stream because I'm not playing that game anymore because I can't. It deleted all the wars, my entire army, forced me to be socialist even though I had gone through an entire playthrough. And yeah. Anyway, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party were just like the old Pat Machine drummer that used to come around our county. He had 2 bottles of medicine. He'd play the banjo and he'd sell 2 bottles of medicine. Okay, sorry. Let me do this in Huey Long voice. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party were just like the old patent medicine drummer. They used to come around our county. He had 2 bottles of medicine. He'd play the banjo and he'd sell the 2 bottles of medicine. One of those bottles of medicine was called High Popalorum, and the other one of those bottles of medicine was called Low Poparium. Finally, somebody around there said that, "Is there any difference in these bottles of medicines?" He said, "Oh," he said, "considerable. They're both good, but they're different," he said. "That High Popularum is made from the bark of a tree that we take from the top down, and that Low Poparium is made from the bark that we take from the root up. And the only difference that I have found between the Democratic leadership and the Republican leadership was that one of them was skinning you from the ankle up and the other from the ear down when I got to Congress." Homely sayings do not win elections. Yeah, okay, sure. National unity is at 12%. That's brilliant. Various different socialist groups have a total of, that's 28%. 3 different national unity groups have a total of 26%, if I'm doing my math correctly. Oh, wait, 26 plus, that's 33%, sorry, and 3 different AFP groups equal to 35%. Okay. Oh, Poland joined the Reichspakt. Great. And there was a heat wave. That's good to know. Yeah, I don't have the... I really don't have the I can't do that shite. The problem is... disunity within the coalition, accusing farmer labor of alienating people needed to win the election, while farmer labor is accusing Republicans of not pushing policies needed to end the Depression. No, we are forcing a freaking compromise. Yeah, I know. Don't get me wrong, I think updates are great, but updates shouldn't be written to affect the... Updates should not be written or designed to, or impact any save files that you have, right? And you should be able to select a previous version of a mod or an update to a game, like, say, you can with Minecraft, in order to, you know, keep what you have built, basically. Okay, deploy the National Guard, bring out the National Guard. Yeah, get rid... What does this do? I'm going to hit pause real quick. General MacArthur has raised a solid point. New York City and Texas are 2 of the most vital and vulnerable strongholds. MacArthur has a plan which could see one of these areas secured should the violence escalate. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do that because I think MacArthur's correct in this regard. But, yeah. There is a little factory in Hamilton County. Oh, good. Nice! We've got 2 factors. We're still in 36, so I guess I'll do this. It is currently experiencing a terrible famine and is struggling to see people that request the Litigation Council authorization sanctioned cities to help them open up a new source of grain. We'll vote fairly. Okay. God, I love that we've got a lot of research going on. That's going to take too long. I guess we'll research radio stuff. And do we have anything we can advance? No, we don't really. Liberia asks for aid. Okay, we're going to go and do that. And don't want to go too far ahead of time on anything. I think I should go with a logistics company if I'm honest. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. That seems like a good idea. I have a decision available. Oh, pause that. Okay, emotions are here. Okay. Famine relief for Szechuan. Yeah, we'll go ahead and vote yes. Okay. Sounds good. I don't know what that did, but... Nice one, Ryan. Nice one. Oh, man. Okay, so... Yeah. Like I said, I'm kind of just half-assing this playthrough because... Or this specific game. But, yeah... Well, we'll see. I don't honestly think that the U.S. would be more socialist, just that the U.S. would probably have a few more social policies, such as maybe a national health service. I think people forget that Teddy Roosevelt was a supporter of of that, but we wouldn't be full social democracies. Like, say, the Nordic nations or anything like that. And nor would we be a socialist nation. The United States has always had a more individualistic spirit, and the idea of, is even Teddy Roosevelt called it, rugged individualism, where you're just expected to do it on your own, and if you need help, ask for it, but don't expect it. And especially don't expect it from the government. Even under Roosevelt, with his, square deal, the federal government only expanded to still, I think, less than 10% of the entire GDP of the United States. And of course, there was still no income tax in the United States. That wouldn't happen until Woodrow Wilson, of course. Oh, base. We've got another division. We'll see what happens with this. I doubt anything significant. But, we'll never know. Okay, MacArthur's plan. We absolutely need Texan oil. Okay, I'm going to hit pause real quick and try and figure out... Okay, obviously we can't do that. We can't do any of those. We can do the U.S. Navy. Okay, so it looks like the only focus we can do is U.S. Navy. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm not... yeah, I actually agree with that, but the thing was that China is a different culture than the Soviet Union. They are a different people than the Soviet Union. The Chinese... and especially the PRC realized that they needed some form of market liberalism in order to effectively remain a nation, basically. So, yeah. And the election is going to be happening in a few days. Yeah, MacArthur was actually a pretty brilliant general. Not a big fan of his whole nuking idea to nuke China, but, you know, we can forgive him for that, I suppose. The election should be happening fairly shortly. Okay. East Turkestan. What? I'm guessing they took that, right? Okay. Alright, let's go back to looking at this. Was it a November 8th? Ah, yeah, it was November the 8th. Okay. The results are finally in from what has probably been the most ideologically contested presidential election the United States has ever witnessed. None of the three major parties have secured enough votes in the Electoral College to outright win the presidency, and as a result, the House of Representatives once again has to vote on the winner of the election. This is probably not the end of our problems, but for the time, the victory goes to... Okay, let's look who has the biggest. So National Unity as a group has... That's 12, that's 20, that's 26. The Socialists have 27, 31, and Huey Long has 3, that's 34, that's 38. We kind of have to give it to Huey Long. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Ryan. I think most other people would be like, are you insane? Are you crazy? What? Okay, so I literally just looked at the support for each party within the nation, and I chose the one with the most support. Reactionary. Reed can go straight to fucking hell. This is the problem with, you know, basically socialists and syndicalists, and oftentimes with most extremists, is their whole idea is, or their whole thing is, if they lose, they cry foul and then start a civil war. Because they can't be mature about it. Also, just as the Pacific States of America will rise. Also, just as an aside, if you like the content, likes, comments, subscriptions, they always do help. If you're new to the channel, of course, I would appreciate it. Trying to make 500 shortly, 500 subscribers shortly. I would like to do that. And, yeah. So, next weekend's stream will actually be... We'll be playing a different game for a lot of... Hoover criticizes the president. Herbert Hoover has been vocal after the election, openly criticized Long in the American First as being a dangerous choice for the country. Hoover has encouraged both Republicans and Democrats to form an alliance to keep Long in check. he doesn't matter anymore, but actually that would be a brilliant idea. Except Huey Long would have said is like, Reed can go straight to fucking hell. Have you ever been to a barbecue? I did elect the Kingfish though, so I'm sure Southerners are very happy with me. Of course, I am slightly biased, and I probably would have picked him anyway, even if he didn't have control, unless there was a majority for the, national unity, but, Oh, boy. Norway went commie. That's good to know. Okay, Brazil had its Republicans win, and that pleases me. The Maklik declared war on Tibet for no reason. And Mongolia decided to declare war on them. Now the real question is, maybe I should have done that for a joking, for a game like this, is to have chosen Mongolia. Semper Fortis? Okay. And gone with, and tried to rebuild the Mongol Empire, but okay. The Szechuan clique. Jesus! Okay, why is everybody ganging up on Tibet? I kind of feel sorry for Tibet. Yeah, there you go, Will Church. We both like, what's their name? Alternate History Hub. There you go. Ooh, and we've got our count 'em, 6 divisions. Poor Tibet, yeah. Even in a game, they can't get any love. I'll probably stream till like 10:30, but I'm kind of getting a little bit sleepy because my now normal weekly schedule is I wake up really early and I then work very, very, very hard for 8 hours, and when I get home, it actually physically hurts to walk. But that's I admit, I kind of hope that maybe at some point I can try to make this close to I can make this close to possibly becoming sorry about that. Possibly use this to generate some level of income, but that's going to be a long way off. A New Year's Day strike. In protest of the election results, the SBA launched a strike on New Year's Day, which has crippled the industries of the North. Councils of trade unions and councils of professional workers have been set up to run the cities of the Steel Belt during the strike. The Hearst newspapers demonized this, similar to... Yeah. Expected. Yeah. This is gonna end well. $36 plus 9 plus 3. Okay, so that's gonna be. So we're at 48%. We're at 48% support. Region or king? What's the difference? Okay. Okay, so what's Poland doing? Is there a way for them to... Okay, we will vote for with care. And I have a possibility to vote. I'm going to hit pause how I can read it. For the restoration of Russian voting rights. Yeah, I'm voting no. Yeah, that seems reasonable. There's also another problem that, of course, the Kaiserreich team does this, and they include a lot of support for the idea of big government, I guess, policies being used to remove the effects of. Yeah, protesting the results of the U.S. election. Yeah, exactly. The left is protesting the results of an election. Tell me something that isn't new. But yeah, they support... basically, the Kaiserreich team has basically put... Huey Long's inaugural address. Country's social problems have forced American people to turn to radical solutions. The two-party system is broken down, and Huey P. Long is to be sworn in as the 31st President of the United States, with William Lemke being sworn in as Vice President. In a stirring speech in Washington, D.C., Long has pledged to defend the interests of the people and to put the interests of the regular American above anyone else. However, the AFP's slim majority in Congress means that it may find it challenging to pass meaningful legislation, especially in the Senate, where the SPA senators have promised to filibuster any law they see as detrimental to America. Yes, God bless America. And you know what, Kingfish? Godspeed. Godspeed. Oop. Act quickly. I have a national focus. Pass the relief bill, fight the anarchists. Okay. I have 48 days. Oof. It's probably going to be under Huey Long's tree. "21 days for either." I want to look at these first. Long's first priority. Americans president. The relief bills first. Okay, that's one option. This is a tough one. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do this. There we go. That actually happened very quickly. We were already... Wow, okay. Interesting. Okay, so what does that give us? 36. Okay, still 48, but that's pretty good compared to 26 for the socialists. Yeah, I keep looking at that because I think the more support that I have, the better off I will be in the long run. Because the more support I have... Okay. Wealth and fear go hand in hand. From New York to San Francisco, the rich and powerful protested long selection in the Hearst newspapers and congressional addresses. It is clear that the wealthy, whether politically minded or not, are furious at the reforms Huey Long is passing, as well as his opposition to free market policies passed under Hoover. This has trickled down to middle-class readers who are beginning to radicalize in favor of the SPA. Really? Really? People arguing that... Okay, so this blurb, this little event, doesn't make a damn bit of sense, because... the rich and powerful protesting through newspapers and all that against wouldn't boost the socialists or the middle class, especially if they're protesting the actions of the government. That'd make them more supportive of the government. God damn it, Kaiserreich team. Whatever. They're still at 26 and we're still at 48, so they can go fuck off. Okay, we need radio, I suppose. I can research that. Why did I decide to research a heavy tank way ahead of time? I wasn't paying attention. I just didn't want to go get my good tanks by going down the Sheridan branch. Opposition denounces Long as a tyrant, though they agreed on little else. The Democrats, Republicans, and Socialists have been quick to denounce Long publicly across the nation for the enactment of Executive Order 7037, claiming it to be an overreach of the executive branch and the start of the slide into tyranny. Opponents have gone so far as to disobey any law that King Long wishes to impose upon America. Jack Reed has even stepped up to the podium to call Huey Long the American Codreno, or Codrenu, and waves around folders of recorded hate crimes. Jesus Christ. Should have endonyms on anyway. Executive Order 7048. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I, Huey Long, President of the United States of America, do declare the intrinsic right of the board to have a new government agency will be created to meet out the basic needs of every American so that our nation's great wealth is not felt only in the upper echelons of power, but also in the lowest hovel. Also included with the executive order is a wide array of tax increase on the wealthiest Americans, while incredibly popular with the base and hardly unexpected considering Long's share the wealth slogan. Many Americans are protesting what appears to be a massive overstep of executive power of the president, constitutionality of increasing taxes by fiat, and how this new agency would even manage to operate. Questions that has thrown the government into immediate chaos and confusion. Long has already begun campaigning hard, using press releases to rail against the corporate order, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We'll see if that actually does anything. Oh, good. Okay. It's still at 48. They're still at 26. Okay. Read. My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy. Oof. In a highly publicized court case, Chief Justice Charles Evans Hughes, a former Republican candidate for President of the United States, Chief Justice Charles Evans Hughes has declared that Executive Order 7048 is unconstitutional. This was a narrow court case and was split 5-4 against the president. When news reached the White House, Long fumed at the news that the court would block the necessary reforms. Hughes has made his decision. Now let him enforce it. Okay, so that is a reference to Andrew Jackson, who stated after a court case which declared the Indian Removal Act unconstitutional. I think it was the Indian Removal Act. Yeah, it was the Indian Removal Act. Andrew Jackson told the Supreme Court, you've made your decision, now enforce it. Packing the court.
The decision by the Supreme Court to declare his executive order unconstitutional has made Long take extra legal solution. Citing Lincoln's court packing during the Civil War's precedent, Long asked the Senate Majority Leader to remove the filibuster for judicial appointees and has increased the size of the Supreme Court to 15. It is clear that Long intends to appoint 6 pro-AFP justices to the branch that shall ensure that his executive orders will be constitutional. This has provoked a firestorm of protests throughout the country, even from the members of Congress that have so far remained neutral or even supportive of Long. Yes, and actually that would be tyranny. Court packing, in my opinion, is not just wrong in a moral sense, but it is tyrannical. Because if you were so convinced that that your agenda will be voted down by the courts, and you decide to, yet you still insist. Oh boy, this is gonna end well, I bet. I guess we'll do that. Okay, so we have an event. Okay, MacArthur and the Army remove Long. Long's support in D.C. is finally bottomed out. Douglas MacArthur marched into Washington, D.C. today to restore order, having declared Long to be a tyrant and attempted to arrest him at the White House. MacArthur's marchers reminded many in D.C. of Cox's Army of 1932, except these men are motivated to preserve the status quo and were cheered instead of booed. Having been tipped off by AFP informants in MacArthur's command staff, Long was able to stay ahead of the traitorous general and escape to New Orleans. MacArthur has chosen to inhabit the White House and coordinate an investigation until Long from the executive chair. Civil war is imminent. My allegiance is to the Republic, MacArthur. To democracy! No, this is going to be good. Serbia, Romania, Greece, and 3 Balkan members of the Entente. Oh, with Reverend Sean. Okay. Hopefully the Balkans won't start another world war. And another event. President Huey Long has escaped to New Orleans and has declared that General MacArthur is a traitor to the people of America. He has gained ready listeners across a number of Southern governors, all of whom have recognized that they no longer recognize MacArthur's authority and demanded his resignation. Long has spoken on the radio, urging all Americans to support legitimate president and fight against tyranny. Okay, so Henry Harrison is jealous. Okay, so MacArthur was definitely correct to request the removal of Huey Long, but doing it through, William Henry Harrison, I figured that's what you meant. Yet, at the same time, Huey Long was definitely duly elected, and you needed to have Congress be the ones to do that. So both are wrong, but both are right, if that makes any sense. And so it's a coin flip as to who I'm going to support. Obviously, I picked Huey Long because Southerner, but at the end of the day, Douglas MacArthur is pretty badass. But also, the problem is you're going to have a multi-pronged civil war, and I want to win it, so it's going to be easier to play as Huey Long. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to quickly pause it. Yeah, and that's why. Okay, so... Okay. We have... Okay, formation of an American Air Force. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Decisions. Oh, sweet. Oh, that is so useful. Oh, that is so useful. Please tell me I have some generals. Okay. Oh, baby, I've got Patton. Oh, I've got Patton. That pleases me. Oh, that greatly... Oh, that pleases me. Patton, you're in charge, baby. Okay. And the first goal is, I suppose, to get there. And new research. Okay. What do I need? I guess at this rate, I need to be improving everything here. And this is a south, so we're going to go mass assault because there's a surprising amount of people here. How many factories do I have? Not a ton. So what I'm going to do is we need mills as much as possible. Okay. Okay, so we need these, and I've got 2, and honestly, I'm just going to focus purely on that. Who will trade with me for steel? Well, please, somebody trade with me. Okay, Mexico. That's totally useless. But okay. And then, I know I have 2 dockyards, but there's absolutely no reason. I guess I'll do that, and yeah, I am well aware. What's my inventory look like? Nothing. I mean, okay, and we're going to train you in Georgia. Sounds good to me. And... Wait, what? Oh, support artillery. Okay. That's fine. I guess I can also add artillery as well. And then trade situation. Who will trade me for the tungsten? Probably no one. Is my bet. Okay, Mexico. Yeah, I'll trade with you. Sounds good to me. Okay. And we're going to hit play. I see. And I guess I can send you even. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Okay, and I believe I have decisions. Oh, this pleases me that I'll be able to even get those. Yeah, well, we're gonna whoop their asses. Yeah, I know. And fucking West Virginia, too. Okay, a large crowd recently gathered outside the State House in Baton Rouge to congratulate Huey Long for defying the federal government. News agencies were soon to arrive on the scene when suddenly the crowd began unfurling the battle flag of the old Confederacy, sensing an impending political disaster. Huey Long had his men confiscate these radical symbols of civil war. When the governors arrived, the press only saw the image of a defiant American determined to fight the illegitimate powers of federal corruption and syndicalist oppression. The governors are now meeting with Long inside the governor's state house. Okay. That's mildly hilarious. I will be the first one to say that. We welcome North Carolina. Yes, we Okay. Well, no, that greatly does that does please me that we wound up getting North Carolina on side and Tennessee on side. Okay, AFP to lecture. Okay. Inuit, Coptis. Yep. That does greatly please me. That I managed to actually get us enough support to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and extend this front line just a touch. Oof. Okay, Finland has joined the Reichspakt. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with him. No. And I don't really care. Okay, so Texas, we'll go with Texas, though. Yeah. There you go. Texas is a good idea. Oops. We're going with Patton. Oh. I'm shocked that the war hasn't... I'm going to go ahead and stop that then. Okay. Well, I'm trying to basically recruit as many troops as I can because we're going to need a lot of troops. That said, it greatly pleases me how many planes we have. The other very important thing to remember is that, okay, deadline looms. As you become clear, there will be no budging on either side across part of the country controlled by exporters. An army is formed of militia and Minutemen, has been raised in growing determination. Blah, blah, blah. Then it is only a matter of time. Chief of the Air Force, we're going to go with Lindbergh. After all. Yeah, so the Civil War hasn't started just yet. Okay, and then I'm going to go with, I guess, North Carolina, because that's the next most. Whoa! Okay. Okay. And you boys, you're going to form this army, and your front line is going to be here, and your offensive line is going to be here. Oh. God damn it. And just go. And you, just go here. Chief of the Navy, I don't really care. Go with whomever. I'm going to decline. We're going to go with Patton because he is our general. And we have another military factory. Whoa, shoot. What in the world? Hell yeah, baby. And yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting... Oh, we can get trade from Japan. I like that. I have division. Okay, we'll do that. I can do that. Okay, cool. Oh, and I should probably... I will move you to here. No. I just want the one. There we go. And you, I'm going to actually edit your front line to not be with Texas. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll agree to that. And then you are going to go here. Though, maybe I should have... Well, okay, whatever. We're going to... Tennessee? Provides the next most, though Georgia's closer to the... Well, Georgia's pretty close too. Okay, that's fine. We are making some great progress, though. I made sure that I was recruiting those militia troops as quickly as I could. If you can push towards Denver. That'd be great. Really? Oh, and they took the Panama Canal. That's good to know. Okay, the Fed. So Puerto Rico is controlled by Douglas MacArthur. And Hawaii declared its own independence. And yeah, the Pacific states are actually pushing. It's good to see. Alright, even state. Okay. Okay, I am going to... Okay. New front line. There you go. There we go. What is that? Okay. You're gonna go here. You're going to go into this army group. Your front line is going to be, I guess, here. And your goal is going to be here. And show them what some Georgia boys can do. And we need a little bit more tungsten. Whatever, I don't care, as long as we get trade. I got another factory, that's good to know. No, first thing we need to do is Tennessee will be the next one. Wow, we're cranking out those factories. That's good. What will this do? Interesting. Okay. For right now, I'm going to ignore that. Ernest Hemingway. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so unfortunately, I may have to make the unsavory decision to do that. And then do that. That is very unfortunate that I have to do that. Okay, just okay. You know what, go here. You have the ability to do this, so push down to Brownsville. You push here. You get here. You get here. You pin him down. You pin him down, sorry. Pin there. There we go. Okay. And the game is starting to run a bit slowly. That's very good to know. Goodness gracious me. More militia, you go here. Yeah, Pacific States, yeah. We'll see how quickly I can win this. And still short on those. Will anybody else? Yes. Trade with me. Sweden, trade with me. There we go. Okay. Do I even have a national focus? No. Okay. Okay. We need this, which we absolutely need to do. Oh! Thank you for giving me basically another army. You. Wow, really? You know what? We're gonna put you here, and your offensive line. Just go, I guess, here. And you know what? Honestly, you go here. You do that. You go here. Okay, that's not good that we are at war with the Pacific states. I don't like that. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do about that. Why is this guy just sitting around doing nothing? What are you doing? No. You push up to Denver. Let's take a look here. I want to see if I can be the one to take DC. Except I don't think that's going to really be possible. Okay. You, since you can actually do this, do this. And let me look at decisions. Oh, I can recruit more. What's going to give you the most? Okay, Louisiana. I wish I could select multiples of those. What is this going to do for me? Okay. Okay, cool. And Civil War in Spain as well. Fantastic. It was inevitable. Yep. Go, that might actually do something. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, how do you get yourself cut off? Really? Good. New national focus. We'll go with tank commission. I guess that would be a good idea. Production front. I'm going to need this at some point in the future. And at some point we will need, oops, that. And what's production looking at? Okay, good. Good. Did that give me more troops? Okay, you're going with the Georgia boys. Good. I apparently can make a change in something. Extensive conscription, war economy. That's very good. I can do service by requirement, and that will help. What the? This is going crazy. Maybe I should have gone with something here, but whatever. Worry about that later, because guess what? We're actually doing really well here, so it pleases me. Okay. Okay. but we have made significant ground. I'm going to actually delete this order. And I'm going to stop you. And I'm going to create a new order. That's good enough for me. And I'm going to tell you to go. Okay, that was a thing. I get more militia. 5 in Oklahoma, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. What'll this do? I guess I can do that and simultaneously do this. And actually, like I said, I think we're actually doing very well. But we are, running at deficits because, of course, we are. But I think every group is running on a deficit of some sort. Nuisance at best. Oh. I didn't see those guys there. I'm shocked that they aren't taking attrition. I think they are, actually, though. Because they are cut off. I think they are. The South will rise again. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. Hopefully, when I beat the Syndiclus, I'll get some form of equipment. Okay, that's fine. They can do that. I don't really care. Said, as we punch forward, I'm very pleased with the progress we are making. Japan, trade with me. Okay, I don't really care. Cuba, trade with me. I have more military factories. Okay, we'll do that. And that, I think, is my Oklahoma. Yes. We're going to go ahead and do that. And because we need more troops, who'll give me the most? 4. Okay, we'll do you, Arkansas. Yeah. Okay, if they think that's worth it. Okay, fine. And walkie-talkies. Okay, that's interesting. Motorized men, cavalry of tomorrow, industrial contracts. Okay, there we go. How did the Pacific states wind up here? Because that doesn't make any sense. So we have made good progress, so I'm not displeased, if that makes any sense. We basically pushed as far as we can get. Said I don't know what the details for them are. Okay, they have a lot. What are the Germans offering us? 3 divisions? No. You got to do better, Kaiser Wilhelm. You have to do so much better. Oh, fucking hell. Really? Really? That said, we are still pushing in the majority of areas, but we are suffering some threat in the west. But our goal is to try and take Denver, if at all possible. Good. Divisions in army. And put you in a new army. And I don't care, you can do this. And I'm gonna put you here, and your goal is going to be up here. There we go. And honestly, I don't care, you're gonna push. 4 in Missouri, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Goodness gracious. And I'm going to be adding troops to them as much as possible because it's probably a good idea. Mass assault. Very good. Okay. We are going to go for pocket defense. What is our production looking like? Okay. And yeah, I figured we'd be running a deficit there. I know we have the manpower for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was to be expected. Yeah. We need more guns. That's the thing. Okay, so I guess that's the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these up here and do that. And I'm going to build as many of these as I can. There we go. Because we need guns. Which is something I would never have thought I'd say about the South. But again, if you look at this, I love all the green that we're seeing. And that will be our volunteers, and you can go here. And I have the political power to do this. 4 in Mississippi, so we're going to go ahead and do that. That will help us out a little bit. And I guess I'll play a little bit longer, but I'm probably going to be ending the stream not too terrible long. But that I keep just shitting out divisions basically does please me. Oh, come on. Well, I can do both, honestly. Try to do that. Okay, that's not going to work, but okay, whatever. They should be able to win that battle. But I'm running short on steel. Russia. Send as much as you can. Federals that we're having the most problems with, if I'm honest. Them and the Pacific states, but mostly the Federals. There we go. Okay, so you're going to go here. I guess the next group I'm going to send... I guess we've got 3. So I guess I'll do, South Carolina. Now I'm just, I said, we need more guns. Gives Crags. I said guns. Yes, Rolf. Yes, the Crag was appalling. Oh, the Crag was horrible. No, I don't like that they are doing that. God, the Pacific states are not exactly pushovers. Huh. Who would have thunk it? Okay, so... that's the thing. Problem is, this doesn't please me. Oh, god damn it, Mexico. Mexico is probably going to wind up declaring war on all of us. This is... we need to knock out the syndicalists as quickly as possible, because once we do that, we can take out the rest of the feds and then take out the Pacific states. And the Pacific states are going to be the most difficult Okay, good. We've got 3 more divisions. Y'all going west. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Because the more divisions we're able to recruit, the better, honestly. And yeah, I was going to say, I know our capital is technically Baton Rouge, but they've put Nolans as the capital there. Said, I'm not gonna lie, we're actually making real progress, and that pleases me. Okay, and we're even pushing into Illinois. I think the reason we can recruit in Iowa is because we control Des Moines. If we can get to a point where we control Richmond, that might actually be good. Said New Mexico, it might be falling because we're pretty close to losing Santa Fe. If we can get Denver, that might help us out a little bit. Okay, Venice is in a revolt. Federals that are basically completely fucked, it seems. And it is a race to Washington. Okay, you're also going west. And 3 in Kentucky absolutely need all of that. Okay. What should we go? We can't do that, and we can't do that, so... Can't go that route, which may have been the best plan, but whatever. A military factory is always good. Now we're going to do that one. trucks. The king. Okay, I like this. We just had pickup trucks. What does this mean? Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, that should help us out a touch. We're still in a massive deficit in terms of production, and that means I'm going to absolutely... I mean, I don't have a choice, I don't think. We're going to do that. Okay. I don't care that it's ahead of time. We absolutely need this because this is exactly where our fight's going to be. It's going to be on the ground, and it's going to be won with that sort of thing. I'm working on it. We're at the Ohio River. We are at the Ohio River. We're about to take the fight to the communists. Okay, you've got your full complement. And we're down to 2 and 2 and then a bunch of 1s. I guess we will do West Virginia. Really? Nepal declared war on India? It doesn't make any sense. That said, Nepal is extra long, it seems. And Tibet hasn't lost. As a matter of fact, it looks like Tibet managed to, with the help of Mongolia, do some good things. Hawaii joined the Entente. Okay, that's, I guess, expected. Problem is, MacArthur, that's great. And it looks like we might be having some slight issues in Kentucky, which doesn't please me at all. I may have to shorten up their front line, I think. But I don't want to do that. So we still have a ton of green. Okay. You're gonna go here, I suppose. And the more we have, the better, so... Nepal took the blue pill. Yeah. Oh, we pushed into Ohio. Holy shit, we've actually pushed into Ohio. Unfortunately, we allowed the communists to push in Kentucky, which doesn't please me at all. Okay. I guess we'll do this, but okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shorten their front line a touch. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Oh, whoops. Okay, I need to shorten this up to, I guess we'll put it there. Yeah. Because that makes a lot more sense, honestly. That should mean that we'll be able to hold Kentucky. Okay, you, I guess since you're right there, you can go there. I still need, so we're going to go ahead and go with Kansas. I mean, we're still... was hoping that we'd actually get some... And we'll do that, I suppose. Yeah, it wound up getting separated, which really is upsetting. Oh, God dang it. Good. That should be a win, honestly. Okay. There's that. And there's tons of wars all over the place. Another blow to the Sultan. Wow. Ecuador lost? Jeez. Peru-Bolivian Confederation? Okay, that was crazy. And that is something that would be... Oh, there should be. But a Peru-Bolivian Confederation, that is a less likely thing than reestablishing the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Yet this gets added and the PLC gets removed. Come on, Kaiserreich team. Okay. And it should be 2. I had 2. And absolutely we need troops in Texas. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. It said we're about to push into Richmond, which should give us the ability to recruit in Virginia. Come on. We can do this. Okay, cool. Come on, we can take this. Okay, if we cross here, this will give us a little bit better. Because then we won't have to cross river. There we go. There we go. And we're defending it. No! Crap. Oh, we just took Richmond. Which means, really, it'll only give us 2? That's disappointing. Okay. problem is, once we took all this land, our front lines became a little extended, which is not what I would have hoped, for obvious reasons. Yes, I'm well aware that we have resistance. Okay. Oh, wait, no. We can... Okay, I just noticed that. Good. Socialists are useless in this. Good. So I want these more quickly. Okay, I guess... Where do they fight? Oh, they're fighting up there. Yeah, we're actually going to use you because that'll give us another flank to use against the commies, whom we are actually pushing against on one front. Unfortunately, whether or not we'll be able to actually use that for the whole thing, that's a different story altogether. So it's hard for me to properly give, or it's hard to describe what that basically means. It's hard to cover all that territory. What are the Germans doing? Because I have lost track of the Germans. So the Germans are helping to hold an... See, this is a problem with crazy civil war like this. Said we are actually very close. What is that? 2? Okay, you're gonna go here. Okay, stuff that I don't really care about because I'm in the middle of a war. But I think that's going to end it for playing through Kaiserreich. I'm going to probably be getting some sleep here shortly. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'm going to say take it easy while you watch a screen through of the world. Good night, everybody. Good night.